What's up, YouTube? So everybody has been watching the Marvels. It's the new movie, the biggest movie out right now, and getting mixed reviews. I just finished watching it. Um, I actually watched it twice within yesterday and today, and I think it's a pretty good movie. Right now, currently, as of November the 10th, it has a 61% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but with only 58% said that they liked this movie. And is it Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire? No. Is it Batman, Christopher Nolan's Batman or Joker? No, it's not. But I thought it was a pretty cool movie. The visual effects are incredible. It, I watched the first Batman not too long ago with Michael Keaton, and I think that movie was made in the the late '80s. Compared to this, it's just incredible. And people were hating on the Flash, that new Flash movie with Michael Keaton as Batman in it, and I thought that was pretty good. But people were saying that that was garbage. Is this my, and I have to admit, as me over 30, golly, damn near 40, I'm not the target audience. I mean, the main star who they're promoting in this movie is a young actress named Iman Vellani, who she did an incredible job, and she's obviously a future star within the Marvel universe or whatnot. And bring her up here. Miss Marvel, and I have not watched the Miss Marvel series, but obviously she has another show that she's on that she's very popular with that. It says Iman Vellani is a Canadian actress and comic book writer. She is known for starring as Kamala Khan in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, starting with the Disney Plus miniseries Miss Marvel and later in the Marvels. She was born in 2002 in Karachi, Pakistan. So that is cool. There's not too many. In fact, she's the only Pakistani actress I can even think of. I can't think of anyone else. I'm sure that there is. I just can't. I just don't know of any. Um, I thought Samuel L. Jackson was hilarious. Black girl powers or black girl magic. You need to go save her life. And that cat was scary, actually. That could have been a horror movie with that cat. I mean, they turned it into where it's kind of funny, but the cat was creeping me out. It was scary. Like they could have, I don't know, they just keep it PG-13, but that was an alien cat. And he barfed up those people, but that was that was scary for me watching that. Um, I what else here? I mean, Brie Larson, mixed reviews. Oh, Kobe Smulders there from How I Met Your Mother was in this. I don't remember Colby Smulders from in the movie, but apparently she was in that movie, and I liked her from How I Met Your Mother. Is this the greatest superhero movie ever made? No, but it's not. There, there's going to be millions of people around the world, young adults, young teenagers, preteens, that this is going to be their first ever superhero movie that they watch, and I could say that that's sad, but if you're a 12-year-old, 13-year-old girl, then this movie's just fine for getting introduc- your introduction to the Marvel universe. Now, I'm partial to Batman, the X-Men cartoon. I'm not really familiar with the Avengers, really. More X-Men 90s cartoons, Batman, the Spider-Man cartoon from the mid 90s, Todd McFarlane influence, Spawn. So I mean, this is more of a Disney Channel superhero movie. But a lot of the people that I see complaining, and I did see the Panderverse, I did watch the Panderverse, and it, if you're over 25 complaining about a superhero movie, it's time to get a life. Okay? But for what it was, I thought it was fun. Is it a movie that I'm going to watch over and over and over and over and over again throughout my entire life, like I have with the Michael Keaton and Christopher Nolan Batmans? Or who directed that? Tim Burton, Christopher Nolan Batmans. No, but I mean those have always been geared toward an adult audience. But if you look at the Mr. Freeze, it was more directed to more of a slapstick to the homage to the television show of the 60s and 70s. And it was more toward a younger audience. And another thing that I was probably the most excited about is they had Beast in there. So somehow they've incorporated Beast. Was it Monica Rambo? Her character. So Tiona, and she's played by Tiona Paris, a graduate of Juilliard School. Her first prominent role was playing Secretary Don Chambers in the AMC drama series Mad Men and starring in the 2014 independent film Dear White People. But her character gets thrown into the X-Men universe. And so Beast, at the end of the movie, Beast is her doctor. He's waiting on her. And so that to me was the most exciting part of the movie, which I guess that's smart for them doing that, because it just leaves it open for the possibilities of X-Men versus the Avengers. And one of my favorite cartoons of probably the last 15, maybe even 20 years was Wolverine versus Hulk. That cartoon is awesome. I think you can watch it for free, I believe, on YouTube right now. Has Deadpool in it, but it's an incredible cartoon. And it's not a G-rated cartoon. It's an adult cartoon. It's pretty violent. But X-Men's probably my favorite character series of Marvel. But I do love Spider-Man and the Hulk. But if they can combine those two, X-Men versus the Avengers, and Deadpool, get all of them in one movie, and hopefully this is the setup to that for something better, maybe even geared to older comic book fans. But still, it's like you shouldn't expect that much, right? I mean, from a superhero movie, it's supposed to be, most of them are meant for a younger audience. If you're a 50-year-old man complaining about the Miss Marvel's movie, shouldn't there be more important things to be complaining about? Is it going to win an Academy Award? No. But it wasn't a bad movie, and I'll probably end up watching it again too. Is it Ragnorock? No, it's not Ragnorock. But it's not bad. And a lot of the reviews that I've seen, people are just shitting on the movie. I mean, they're just completely bashing it. And I think it's a lot better than what people are saying that it is. I think a lot of that is the hype from the South Park Pandaverse, which is hilarious. If you haven't watched the South Park Pandaverse, you should definitely check that out. But I don't know when exactly the Pandaverse came out. I watched it last week, but I think that had started a negative snowball around this movie and Kathleen Kennedy and Disney in general. Uh, you know, I don't know how many of the Marvel movies were made before Disney bought Marvel. Same with Star Wars. But I like the Star Wars, the Disney Star Wars. And to be honest, the three episodes, 1, 2, and 3 with George Lucas, they were trash. The first one was the best one of the second trilogy to me was the first one, episode 1, and it just got worse and worse from there. It just got worse after was it Darth Maul, the double lightsaber, and even I thought that one was it was okay. Everyone's a critic, huh? But I am pumped, though, for the possibility of X-Men versus Avengers. And also, how about maybe throw in some Ghost Rider, the rise, the resurrection of Nicolas Cage this year. And I'm not 100% sure if, hold on, what is Ghost Rider here? Hold on, is Ghost Rider Marvel? It says Sony Pictures, but I guess that's Marvel. Marvel Entertainment. Do the resurrection of Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. Get a Hulk versus Wolverine in there. Nicolas Cage, the resurrection of Nicolas Cage this year. Have you seen The Retirement Plan? That's worth watching. Have you seen? He's in a Western movie that I just watched the other day that was surprisingly really good. It's like the Buffalo Butcher or the Buffalo Soldier. Hold on, let me look that up. The Buffalo Soldier. Hold on, Nicolas Cage. Buffalo Butcher. Buffalo Hunter movie. The Butcher's Crossing. So that didn't come out this year. That came out in 2022, but I just saw it. It currently has a 73% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So technically, if Rotten Tomatoes is pretty accurate, it has a 12 percentage point advantage to the new Miss Marvel movie, if that tells you anything. So maybe the Miss Marvel movie is not very good. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. And Brie Olsen? Or was it Brie Larson? Brie Olsen's someone else. But she's good, I thought. Oh, Catwoman also. Hold on. Catwoman from Christopher Nolan. Devil Wears Prada. Hold on. Can't think of her name. Okay, Anne Hathaway So Anne Hathaway, who played Catwoman in Christopher Nolan film, she did a movie with the midget from Game of Thrones. Hold on. So it's Anne Hathaway, the midget from Game of Thrones, and Marissa Tomei, and it's a really good movie. Marissa, how do you spell that? Marissa Tomei, midget from Game of Thrones. She came to me. She came to me. So it's like hold on, what is this guy's name so I don't keep calling him the wee folk. And it's got an 81%. This movie has, okay, so Google user said 81% like this movie, but it only has a 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. So apparently it's not doing very well. And it's, and it's rated R. I don't know, what's this guy's name? Peter Dinklage is the wee person from Game of the Rings, or Game of Thrones. But Anne Hathaway, Peter Dinklage, Marissa Tomei, he's like a orchestra. He's a composer. And so Marissa Tomei becomes his muse, and he's married to Anne Hathaway, who's a divorced single mom. She's bananas. And I thought it was good. I don't know if I maybe I'd wait for this one to where you can, stream it. I don't know if I'd go see this in the theater, if it is in the theater. But it's not bad. What is the new moving forward, what's going to be the new superhero movie? I mean, like, what's next? The Flash, apparently the Flash and the Batman Michael Keaton movie didn't do very well. I thought that one was okay. I thought the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. I thought Guardians 3 was very entertaining. It's a little sad. I mean, some of the storylines were sad. Maybe a little too depressing, I mean, the Flash, Batman, Michael Keaton movie was pretty depressing. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was pretty dark compared to the other two. I mean, I guess all three of them are fairly dark, but then it's a lighthearted comedy around the premise of it. I wish the storyline for the Miss Marvels was a little bit better. I'm not really sure who the villain was. If people know more about the backstory behind the villain on this Miss Marvel's movie. It was like Zawe Ashton is the actress who played the villain in this movie, and Darbin is the villain, and it was just kind of like it was more like they were just trying to save the world and save all the people in the ship, and Darbin was just kind of a side character, not really very involved in the movie. You kind of forgot about her. You forget about the villain. This is different. It wasn't just like the normal superhero movie where it was like they're battling to defeat the villain the entire movie. I guess the more I talk about it, I can see why the reviews haven't been so great. But I don't think it's a bad movie. I would rather have a mediocre superhero movie than no superhero movie. But at the same time, it's like when they get made every single year, the the energy is not there year after year for them, as it would be if there's only one superhero movie coming out every 4 or 5 years, like it was in the 90s. All I know is that Loki is awesome. All right, YouTube. Peace.